Hey, y'all, I am so freaking excited you're here. I'm Kat Cole, the co-founder, CEO, and your host.
I'm Lillian Cole, model, actress, influencer, and your co-host.
We want to welcome you to Cattle Call podcast. This has been a long time coming, and it was like God said now and put everything into place. So here we are. Our mission is to provide a safe place for the Western community to discuss everything from what it's like to be in today's cowboys, cowgirls, country singers, and content creators in the Western world. What it's like being in the arena competing for titles and the arena of life. Talking about the real struggles being in the spotlight. I wanted to provide a safe, motivational space to learn, grow, and be inspired, where people can truly be themselves. If Call Her Daddy and Girls Gone Bible had a child wearing boots and spurs, that's Cattle Call. We are perfectly imperfect. We understand that God doesn't call the qualified, but He qualifies the called.
We want to be vulnerable and raw. We won't always be politically correct, and we're okay with that. We believe our voice is powerful, and it takes many views to become educated.
We know sometimes it's hard to find something that interests you in the Western community, and that's why I created this channel. I wanted a place for young men and women to use their voice freely without judgment. I'd also like you to use your voice, but without judgment, because we are all here learning. It's about bringing Western lifestyles and generations together in one podcast. I would love you guys to ask questions in the comments so I can know what questions you want asked and what guests that you would like to see next.
We want to entertain and motivate you. Those that want to learn more about the world as farmers, ranchers, and hunters, this place is for you as well.
We will make mistakes, and we ask for grace during those times. Each guest will bring something new into the world of being in the Western community. You won't want to miss an episode. Every guest will bring a unique interpretation of what it looks like to be in their boots. I'm so grateful that Lillian is joining me on this adventure, and as the podcast grows, I know that you'll see the special qualities that Lillian possesses. Lillian has a big heart and a type of magic about her. I've always noticed people draw to her like a moth to a flame. She's definitely a light. This journey started a long time ago for the two of us. To many listening, and to those that will be watching, you may recognize her from the TV show, modeling along with Gigi Hadid, modeling for Tommy Hilfiger, and being mentored by Yolanda Hadid. She's also been a country girl, and for the last few years, found her niche as a Western social media creator. She's also a full-time mom, which is the most important. Oh, and she's a chicken expert. Lillian, I'm so excited you're here and will be joining me on the podcast. A little about myself and why the name Cattle Call. I always felt a call to be part of the entertainment mountain, if you will. And I've been part of it professionally for over 25 years, from in front of the cameras to behind it. I'm part of 5 generations of ranchers with rodeo roots. My mom and dad raised my sister and I on a ranch in southeastern Oklahoma. I was raised that God, family, and country is what you love deeply and fight for. I come from a long line of strong Southern women with huge hearts, but don't take shit off of nobody. They stand up for what is right, and they don't leave the house without a little bit of lipstick. My grandfather, J.C. Ward, was a rodeo stock contractor for more than 65 years and a rodeo announcer for 25 plus years. He actually was one of the 3 that started the OJRA, which is the Oklahoma Junior Rodeo Association. I remember watching him as a young girl in the announcer stand over the bucking chutes. He had this larger-than-life voice that stood out with strength and grit. My grandpa and my dad always had a confidence in their voice, and it taught me not to be afraid to use my own. Every rodeo my grandpa put on, he would play all the old country classics, and his last song would always be The Cattle Call. And it was the last song played at his funeral in 2013. It has been a favorite of my dad and I's, which led to the reason behind the name. But of course, with my name being Kat, it made sense to spell it K-A-T-L-L. Life has truly come full circle, and the older you get, you realize you can venture out into the world, but all roads will always lead you back to your roots.
We want you to join us as we sit down with generations of Western leaders and influencers and talk about our life.
As episodes unfold, I hope we get to know one another, and I hope we educate you on the Western world and shed some light on what's going on in the lives of our guests. We are from the South, so if you're not from around here, you might find yourself needing a translator for some of our sayings. But we are here for a good time, so settle in and sit for a spell. I am so excited to finally say, welcome, folks, to Cattle Call.